Are you looking for a power station that puts a lot of power in a really small package? Yeah, I'm talking about the Dabbsson here. Check this out. This is actually a fairly tiny little, look at the size of this thing. Very tiny little power station here. And I gotta tell you, for the price, the size, and the performance, it's making me rethink small power stations. Because before I was like, they're really only good for like, an afternoon out charging your cell phone, or, maybe for one overnight camping with your CPAP. But this, we're gonna take it on a road test. We're gonna see if we can power a refrigerator with it, and then some other miscellaneous kind of oddball. Because that's the thing about this that I started thinking about, is because of the size, you can take these about anywhere. And there's a ton of places where you're like, having power here could actually be really useful. So let's jump into it. All right, it's road trip time, which means it's time for test number 2. We got one Labrador, second Labrador, there she is. We got the little girl child. We got the fridge back there, and it's gonna be powered by the Dabbsson here. All right, we got 89% on it. We got it set up, ready to go. When I press that there, it's got power going to the inverter. It's powering the fridge, and we're gonna see how long it lasts. All right, day 2, we are in Salt Lake City. Just spent the night here, left the Dabbsson in the truck, powering the cooler. It's currently, hope you can see that, we're at 7%. So, not gonna be enough to keep us charged all the way to Vegas, but that was, 6 hours to here last night, and then another 8-10 hours. I think we got in probably 5 o'clock. So, and it's now, what time is it now?
9:30.
It's now 9:30. That's quite a charge to be running this thing. Well, here's another odd random use case scenario. I'm at my son's baseball game. It is freezing cold out, and it's supposed to rain, so I'm not going to sit on the bleachers. I'm going to sit here and watch from here. But I can't have my car on. This is weird. I can't have my car on because my car has daytime running lights, and it blinds the batter. So they've requested that nobody who parks out here actually have their lights on. So how do I have power to run my phone, my tablet, and other stuff while I'm watching the game? And that's where the Dabbsson comes into play here. That's what's nice about these little portable ones. I know we show a lot of the big power stations on the channel, but sometimes one of these small portable ones is just what you need for the day. So first things first is I'm going to unplug this, and I'm going to unplug that. And then we're going to plug it in over here because we got plenty of USB-C. So there's that. Now I can plug in the phone that I'm actually recording with. There we go. Press the button. See it popped up over here. All right, you can see I'm at 20-something percent, 28, 29. That's not going to last. So let's get a plug in here. And this thing, we're going to plug that in. And then take it down here and we'll plug it in to the other USB-C. There we go. Okay, we got it mounted. We got the game going on. I click here.
Oh, I know. It was fun.
And look at this. It's like I'm sitting front row. And that's 2 hours of being on my phone and on my tablet. Well, as you saw on our road trip there, it lasted a lot longer than I was expecting. A full day's travel overnight until the next morning. I was really impressed with it. And then, of course, tons of other portable uses and stuff, powering my cell phones, powering my laptops, powering my tablet and more. In places where you think, hey, I'm normally going to have power, but I can't have power, it makes a great kind of, it's bigger than like your typical little battery bank, but not as big as one of the giant 2000 boxes. But let's take a look at pricing on this and what all you can do with it. And I think we also have some solar options as well. So this is over on Amazon. This is Dabbsson. We've talked about Dabbsson before being one of the better of the budget options out there, and they've really stepped up their game with this one. This is the 600L system. It's 768 watt hours. It'll output 600 watts, which I really like this because usually we'll see these ones that have like, it'll output 600, but it's only got 300 watt hours. This is actually quite a lot of power in a little tiny package. All right. Then it'll boost up to 900 watts of AC output, 1.5 extended runtime, and we saw that with the fridge. 100% recharge in 1.6 hours. Semi-solid LiFePO 4. I will call them out this. Semi-solid, they're trying to go for that solid state kind of buzzword that's going on, and it's not. It's just standard LiFePO 4 batteries, which are honestly the batteries you want. So they're the good batteries, just the semi-solid wording there isn't right. 100 watt USB, that's a huge thing, especially if you run like some high power laptops, stuff like that. It's good, as they say here, good for RV, camping, home, all sorts of stuff. A lot of great uses for this, but we're looking at a price of $300, $299. Now, I'm going to have a coupon code down below if you want to check it out. That's going to knock 10% off of that. So that's going to knock 30 bucks off of this, taking it down to $270. Now, we have a couple other options on this. If you want some solar, they have the 120 watt panel here. It's a 4-fold solar panel, nice, small, portable, good work, to use with a smaller system here. And you're looking at, it's only going to bump it up to $500 for that. And then for another $100 on top of that, you can jump up to a 210 watt. Now these are going to be bigger panels. Again, it's a 4-fold system. But again, they're that semi-rigid, nice foldable, kind of used for pretty much everything. So that makes it a great option as well. Now, some of you are going to use it with solar. Some of you use it without solar. That price, that choice is up to you as far as pricing. But I got to tell you, definitely, I've been a big fan of Dobson for the budget option for a while. Really like this box. This is definitely going to probably just like live in my car for right now because there's always going to be a use case for it. Anytime I go, we go to take kids to the park. We go down to the river for the afternoon. My wife is always having to charge her cell phone. This is going to give us power wherever we want it, and I really like that. So thanks again to Dobson for sponsoring this video. Go and check it out. We got links and everything below. Stay tuned because Prime Days are just around the corner, second week of July. So stay tuned for that as well. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.